Have it. Senator Roberts.
Thank you. I take note of the government's answers to my questions on the rate of immigration, visas and Australia's housing crisis. We know that the conversion of houses to Airbnbs takes away beds in which Australians could be living. The Albanese government saw over 5.86 million tourists arrive last financial year. That's creating a huge incentive for property owners to turn their houses into lucrative short-stay accommodation, making a housing and rental crisis worse. We only have 100,000 dedicated student accommodation beds, yet the Albanese government issued a record 687,000 student visas in 1 year. Analyst Tarric Brooker has used Department of Home Affairs data to show that there are 2.3 million visa holders likely to require housing in the country right now. This figure excludes tourists and other short-stay visas. In the past 3 years, almost every Australian in a rental has had their rent increase, often savagely. If they can find a rental, almost three-quarters of young Australians believe they'll never be able to afford a home. If this rate of people coming into the country is maintained, sadly, they'll be correct. Australia's housing crisis is a direct result of the Albanese government's flood of permanent immigration, visa holders and tourists. There are two sides of the housing equation, supply and demand. With record overseas arrivals driving record levels of demand, we will never be able to build enough supply to keep up with demand. And on the supply side, barriers to building even more housing are growing. Rising interest rates are putting pressure on borrowing capacity to pay for new houses. Construction supply chains are still broken from federal and state COVID mismanagement, gross mismanagement. Rising material costs combined with existing fixed-price contracts are squeezing builders, and the construction industry is facing a wave of insolvencies. The unsustainable level of overseas arrivals in our country is fueling Australia's housing crisis. The rate of arrivals must be cut quickly.